In today's video, I'm going to explain to you why a woman will never love you, especially never love you for you. A woman only loves your approval, okay? A woman only desires to love and intimately chase your approval and your validation. The reason why I'm making this is because I get messages all the time on Instagram. Like I had another dude yesterday, he's like, my girlfriend goes to Florida State University. All of a sudden she wants space. We saw each other all the time. I thought she was different. She's pulling away from me. I don't know what to do. The crucial point to this that majority of men do not understand is that a man's attraction and a man's love for a woman only grows in time spent. A woman's attraction and a woman's love for a man only grows in time apart. Therefore, it is never, and I mean never, in a man's best interest to spend lots of quality time with a woman. You're going to notice a decrease in desire, a decrease in attitude. She's going to be colder, ruder, and more masculine, and you're going to notice a decrease in sexual intimacy that she has for you. So because of that, I'm going to break all this down on my whiteboard for you at probably the deepest level that I ever have. And after this video, I want you to go down below, you hit the link in the description, you check out the free MBT, Masculine Behavioral Technique webinar. Okay, at the end of that webinar, I'll show you the three secrets to MBT, which is masculine frame, masculine energy, and my own personal #1 secret to unlimited options and a pipeline of good dating options forever. So check that out afterwards. Let's get to the presentation. Now, in today's video, I need to show you every single way that a woman gains your approval and why this is literally a recipe for disaster in all ways, shapes, and forms. If a woman has your desire, okay, if a woman has your approval, if a woman gains commitment from you in a monogamous fashion that she did not have to work for or she did not have to earn, meaning she did not feel like you were a chase, she did not feel like you were hard to get, and she definitely doesn't look up to you as a masculine man who she had to win over, that's the prize. Okay, you got to understand this. A man can never desire commitment, love, intimacy, or affection from a woman ever. Those are feminine traits to begin with. It is her job to pursue those, okay? When you give a woman your approval, your validation, what this subconsciously is saying to her is, yes, my dear, yes, my love, yes, my baby, you're good enough. Okay, this goes so deep. Every single time that you tell a woman in any way, shape, or form, whether that be communication, subcommunication, vocal tone, or nuances, that you are very in love, you are very attached, yes, you're good enough, this makes her not desire you. Because women are hypergamous, she's going to want a higher value mate that does not give her that same feeling. To wrap this up in a nutshell, this is why women love arrogant assholes. So, women will never love you, they only love chasing your approval. The reason why they love chasing your approval is because this is a challenge to them and it separates you from the other men, making you seem and making you appear higher level and higher value than the other men. I'll give you an example. If Leonardo DiCaprio is with a chick and he says every day, "Good morning, baby. How are you doing, baby? What's for dinner, baby? What's for lunch, baby? When do I get to see you, baby? Good night, baby. I love you. I love you so much. I can't wait to see you. How's your day going? How was that entrance exam at university?" Do you understand that he will no longer be Leonardo DiCaprio within about 7 to 10 days? Okay, a woman has a feeling of masculinity towards a man. A woman has a feeling, a hypergamous instinct that cannot be made up for with looks, money, or status. The reason why I've shifted my content so drastically within the past probably like 7 to 10 days is because the amount of TikToks, the amount of Instagram shorts, the amount of fucking YouTube reels or whatever, YouTube reels or YouTube shorts that I see of every guy thinking you need a Bugatti and thinking if you get really rich and you do all of this shit that you're gonna just have these women like in your direct message inbox because you're high status. Okay, that might work to some degree to gain some options and to get some quick, fast, or casual sex. In no way, shape, or form does this keep a woman continuously desiring you. Because what I'm talking about here is the guts and the internal hardwiring of the man. The guts on a deep level is what she falls in love with. This is why when women say things like, "I fall in love with personality," or "it's what's on the inside that counts," that's the feminine, soft, mushy way of saying, "I want a man's man." If you don't understand this, your dating life's going to suffer. And the deeper level I've understood this over the years, the better my dating life has gotten week after week, month after month, year after year. And I'm very blessed that I get to understand this at 27 and not 47 after 2 divorces like most guys have to go through. Okay, here's why women start to despise their boyfriends, their husbands, any sort of committed relationship that they have. Now, when they first get with a guy, if it was the woman's decision to pursue commitment, if it was the woman saying, "Where is this going? Okay, is this only about sex for you? What do you see us as? I'm really hoping you commit to me one day. Okay, that means she had a level of desire for you where she looked up to you. Here's why women start to despise their boyfriends. When the boyfriend now brings himself down to her level, on a level of touch, a level of care, a level of check-ins, and a level of intimacy, she can no longer look up to him. So he's no longer the beast, he's no longer the arrogant asshole, he's no longer the bad boy, he now turns into a weak beta male. And since he turns into a weak beta male, she can't look up to him. Okay, women only want men who make her feel like he is better than her. Read this one more time. Women only want men who make her feel like he's better than her or higher status than her. Now, I don't want to use the word status how most of these other content creators are using it, because you're going to look at status and think Leonardo DiCaprio, Drake, some famous person. That is not what I mean by status. When I say women only want men who make her feel like he's better than her, this is a feeling. This means you can make 35 grand a year. This means you can work at the 7-Eleven. But if you got some game to you and you know how to make a woman invest and chase, and you never give her the full approval that she's good enough, she's going to consistently look up to you as a higher value mate or a higher level companion. Now, as a woman gets older and long-term security kicks in, is there a chance that that isn't going to cut it from the resources aspect? 100% yes. But at least you know she's going to look up to you as a man with actual instinct that makes her want to invest into you. So, the reason why I'm spending so many minutes on this section alone is because this is very important. Approval equals any validation. When I say any validation, okay, all validation in due time lowers her respect. Validation is how you look at her, how you touch her, how you hold her, how you kiss her, how you text her, how you call her, how you speak to her, your subcommunication, everything. Any approval, any and all approval in all ways, shapes, and forms over time will lower desire. So those of you, the first thing you have to understand is you have to wipe and you have to erase your artificial level of how you've been programmed of what love is and what love looks like. Okay, love has been love has a level of propaganda when it comes to how it looks on TV, how it has appeared in any sort of supermarket or any sort of convenience store when it comes to Valentine's Day, hearts and roses and teddy bears and mushy gushy stuff. To a woman, this looks good and feels good on paper. To a woman, this stuff kills all desire. So now that you understand this at a deep level, okay, I'm not talking about status in the way that most men are talking about it online. I'm talking about status as she looks at you like a beast and like a potential arrogant asshole. That is status to a woman. Okay, now we have to look at the ways you subconsciously validate and ways you give your approval. The reason why we have to do this is because if you don't understand these three aspects, the first level is communication directly, the second level is any form of subcommunication, the third level of communication is virtual communication. These are how you subconsciously validate and give women approval. If you don't understand these nuances, you're going to be left for pain. Now, we have to address all of this at some point. Just like the dudes who are in my Instagram inbox all the time saying, I've been with this girl for 6 months, I've been with this girl for 3 months, I've been with this girl for 2 years, I thought she was different. Read this one more time. You will get a laundry list of bullshit. There will be guys who say, I thought she was different. She comes from a good home. She comes from a 2-parent household. She comes from traditional values. She comes from the girl who doesn't, go party and she doesn't go smoke a lot. She comes from the value where she likes to sit at home and listen to music instead of go to the club and shake her ass. She's different. I thought this. Okay, you are not going to fight hardwiring. Despite personality traits, there is no such thing as a different woman. Now, this is going to conflict a lot of you guys' opinions on women, because if a woman asks you this, she's going to want to feel special. So am I going to tell you to lie to some degree and never probably say that verbally? Hell yeah, I'm going to tell you that. This is something you need to know for you. Okay, and I've actually sacrificed my dating life, and I've sacrificed like 100%. Women who probably watch this channel a lot of times will think I'm a prick. So what you got to know is to some degree, I sacrificed my name, my reputation, my dating life, okay, in some way, shapes, or forms to help you guys. You have to understand none of them are different. They're all wired to respond to these things. Do not tell them this and don't verbally say any of this shit. Don't let women see that you watch this channel, none of this. Keep this to yourself. Maybe share these videos with a few friends if they help you, and that's it. Okay, here's the ways that you subconsciously validate and give girls your approval. The first is communication. So what is approval when it comes to communication? This is things like compliments. This could be personality compliments. This could be looks compliments. Especially the one that's going to really rob you is looks compliments. If you say things like, you are so beautiful, I love your hair, you're so hot, you look so sexy in that dress. Those crush desire, because now, on an intrinsic level, women know that a man who is lustful is weak to the flesh. If you're weak to the flesh, this signals as weakness. All validation and all approval equals weakness in the long term. Compliments, 100%. This is going to be a form of communication that lowers interest. Second, big one you got to watch out for, vocal tone change. If you're with a girl and you're typically chill and laid back, and now you get this feminine 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 dime in front of you, and you sound like you have an upbeat tone to you, right? You sound like you have excitement for her. You sound like you're giddy, right? You sound like you're pleasing, and you have a weaker tone and weaker vocal frame. You're less in your masculine frame. Okay, this is going to lower 100% attraction. So what you got to understand is time. All of this boils into time. If you have the opportunity to communicate with a woman in real time, that means you're giving her a level of investment. If she's right in front of you, there's no higher level validation than a woman being placed right in front of you and you spending time with her. What that's saying in that exact moment is right now I'm spending time with you, which means right now at this point in my life, you are the highest priority. Not my work, not my friends, not my career, not my purpose, not going to the gym, not me learning a new skill. Right now in this minute, even if it's 30 minutes we get to hang out, an hour, right now you get my undivided attention. That in some way is validation. The more you validate over time, the more you're going to be disrespected. Time in all ways, shapes, and forms is the ultimate validation. Okay, these things right here are feminine behavior. When your vocal tone changes, you give compliments, she stops looking up to you. These are things she needs to be doing for you. So this is the first way that you subconsciously validate and give approval. The second way that you subconsciously validate and give approval is through subcommunication. Okay, subcommunication is things like initiating touch. You don't have to say anything, but you're reaching out. If you're reaching out to hold her hand, if you're reaching out to kiss her first, if you're reaching out to cuddle, if you're laying in bed having a lot of pillow talk and you guys are talking, like all of this stuff, okay, initiating touch in any way, shape, and form. This is subcommunication that registers in her brain as he's checking in, he's making sure I reciprocate that touch, he's craving my sex, he really wants me. If he really wants me, I'm going to start to not really wanting him, and this is why a woman can't look up to you. So we've been fed, like majority of men have been sold a false bag of goods. Majority of men have been fed a lie. Initiating touch over time starts to crush it. Okay, next, needing intimacy. Anytime you need texts, anytime you need phone calls, anytime you need love, anytime you need to sit down on the couch and watch a movie and cuddle, and you need to get this girl's time, you better believe that her inbox is going to start to be full of other options very, very quickly that look stronger than you. Next, okay, the way you look at her. See, when you're around a woman that you believe is different or to you is like a 7, 8, not even 7, probably like an 8, 9, or a 10, and you start to look at her differently, you got to understand, you will look at a girl that you're less attracted to differently than you will have eyes like the goo goo gaga eyes for girls who you have high attraction to. You have to watch out for this. You have to always be laid back. You have to always be in your swag. You have to always be in your masculine 24/7. This shit comes naturally to women. You got to understand this. So for a lot of you, you might be thinking, man, Casey, I really have to go this hard and I have to learn this much shit just to get a girl or just to attract a girl or just to get a fucking girlfriend. The answer 100% is yes. And here's why. Men are not born with value. Men have to build themselves. Men have to go through trials and tribulations. Men are going to have to go through hardship. You're going to have to suffer. You're going to have to eat shit. You're going to have to grow and try to evolve and try to get stronger. Women are born with innate value. Naturally, a woman has value. And the reason being is because since naturally women a lot of times are very beautiful, naturally men want to sleep with them and have sex with them. Women are the gatekeepers to procreating, to having new life. That in and of itself, it gives them value from the get-go. So because that's what a lot of times, like that's what a man looks at as a success metric, is if he can reproduce, if he can successfully have sex, if he can spread his genes. Woman is a gatekeeper obviously to that. Women have innate value. They don't have to learn a lot of this stuff. You have to learn. And the reason why you have to learn is because we live in a world right now where this is not taught to men. Since this is not taught to men, I don't care if you're Leonardo DiCaprio. You watch G-Eazy back in the day go through all that drama with Halsey, who, keep in mind, in my opinion, beauty scale is no more than 6 or 7. On top of that, you watch Dr. Dre get a divorce. You watch Steph Curry's wife not respect him. This is why I told you in the beginning, status, the word status is used way too loosely right now. People say you're high status, you get the girls. No, majority of men are lacking the masculine frame and the masculine discipline to hold firm and not need a woman's validation, touch, or intimacy. Women don't even respect high-value men, quote unquote, that have money, that have status, that have game, that have made a name for themselves and have recognition. The second that these guys start to act like a Pillsbury Doughboy, they're going to get dumped just like the high schooler who's a sophomore who doesn't understand why the cheerleader left him even though he's a star quarterback. You got to understand this at a deep level. It's literally that important. The way you look at her, okay, with subcommunication changes. Another thing would be like lengthy replies, giving undivided attention for a lot of hours in a row. This is very, very bad. The first month or two when you're with a girl, yes, you're going to probably have to overinvest to build that attachment. But afterwards, you got to remember, especially when you notice she's investing in you back, this is when it's okay to let her come to you. Okay, now if men understand these, if you understand the ways you communicate and give a woman approval through communication, and you understand subcommunication, the next piece to this is going to be ways that you give approval and validation through the phone. This is where you have to watch out for this. Okay, things like check-in texts. This is going to crush desire because this is giving her validation and she's not even in front of you. So if you give check-in texts like, how is your day going? What was for lunch? Miss you a lot, do you miss me? Bullshit like this is emasculating behavior. This is feminine behavior. She should be checking in with you. If you look at this on a deep down level, okay, men need to be the strong ones. Men need to be the ones with the provisioning and the potential resources. Men are the ones who are competent. She needs to look at you as a man worthy of checking in with. That means it is not your job to submit and check in with the girl via the phone. This is very, very important. Check-in text, things like, what's for dinner? What's for lunch? How are you feeling? How is your brother doing? Shit like this kills attraction. So you can't do it. Don't do it ever. When you say, well, Casey, doesn't that mean that I probably won't be on my phone very much? Yes, that is what it means. 100%, this stuff kills desire, which is all men typically can only make a relationship last about 18 months to 2 years. And if they do get married, they typically all end in divorce. Men don't know how to act. Yes, as a man, you have to have some level of masculinity that is an act. Check-in text. Next, talking on the phone. Okay, talking on the phone just about your day is a form of validation. It is a form of validation because once again, what this says is it says, hey, you're not in front of me. We're not doing anything productive. I could be doing a million things. I could be stacking cash. I could be building my fucking career. I could be doing a million things in the world. I could be at the gym, but instead what I'm doing is I'm sitting on the couch talking to you. Does that signal high value to you? This is a big no. So talking on the phone at all. I don't care if this is a girl you've seen for 2 years. I don't care if this is a girl you've seen for 2 days. Talking on the phone at all, once again, is a sign of approval and validation. You need to limit these things and give them out in small doses according to her behavior, so that way when she gets them, it's based off of good behavior that she earned. Majority of men give their attention and approval away without making the woman work for it, therefore she disrespects you. This is when the games start, this is when the pullbacks start, this is when the bullshit starts, okay? Talking on the phone at all. Next, emojis. Never use emojis. Don't use emojis, don't use exclamation marks. This is feminine behavior. If you gotta send blush faces and kissy faces and these emojis where cry faces, you look like a weak, emasculated bitch. This stuff crushes your masculinity in the long term. In the beginning, she might reply to it once or twice. You put haha with a cry face and she might put haha lol I agree with 2 cry faces back. You watch when that communication keeps matching up with each other. When it comes neutral, eventually things reverse and you're using emojis and you're using this excitement and you're more and more and you're feminine and she comes down with it. And then all of a sudden you don't hear from her and you don't hear from her. You're wondering what went wrong. The dynamic has changed. So what you got to understand is where guys go, well, what did I do wrong? Or how do I get this specific girl back who's my girlfriend who left me for some other dude? You got to understand this on a deep level. In no way, shape, or form is it ever, and I mean is it ever, one specific thing that you did. It is 100 million micro nuances and it's 100 million micro subcommunications over days, weeks, months, and or years that shift who the man is and gives her a different identity and a different persona of you. This is why one of the hardest things to do is get like a wife back or get like a really long-term girlfriend back. This is some bullshit you're gonna have to run into because you did a lot of things wrong. A lot of times in life, you got to take those losses and move forward. So talking on the phone at all, emojis. Okay, another thing is fast replies. You got to understand that the phone in all ways, shapes, and forms, this is why the phone right here is one of the fastest things that crushed majority of attraction, dating, and relationships for men is because the phone is a buffer. So what do women want? Well, women want your time, they want your care, they want your attention, and they want your approval. If they want your time, care, attention, and approval, these are ways that they can get it without being directly in front of you. So the phone in all ways, shapes, and forms starts to emasculate a man because every single platform you're communicating on will slowly strip you of who you are. That's going to lower masculinity. Now, let's look at this, okay? This is a very important topic to start to understand this at a deep level, to wrap this whole presentation together. All women lose sexual desire when they have your approval. Read that one more time. Not some women, okay? Not good girls versus bad girls. Not the star cheerleader who's a party girl versus the church girl who's a Catholic sitting in the pew praying. I said all women. That's a big statement. All women lose sexual desire when they have your approval. All of them. Okay? Asking a woman not to be like this is like asking a man not to desire to have sex. It is just not going to happen. So this is a truth you have to accept. And this stands true if you are Tom Brady. This is what I want you to know, because I keep saying this. This comes true. This comes true even if you're Tom Brady. This comes true even if you're Drake, Leonardo DiCaprio. These men who you claim as statusful or high status, I don't care if you're Brad Pitt in Fight Club, these men are subject to the same truths too. So before you say, oh, I'm not successful enough, I'm not tall enough, I'm not ripped enough, those guys have to deal with this too. I have seen multimillionaires in some of my programs get divorced. I have seen guys who are 6'5" good looking get dumped. I've also seen dudes who have high status and who are popular, when they commit to a specific girl that they like, get cheated on, even though majority of the women were after him. No man it gets to skate by. You're not going to get to skate by in this world. You got to understand that. And that's a bitter pill that you're going to have to swallow. All women lose sexual desire when they have your approval. Now, tying this up to the point that I made over in the corner by my fireplace. How does a male become attached? Men become attached when you are with her. Signs you're catching feelings, you want to be with her 24/7. Male attachment comes when you're with her. Okay? Female attachment comes when she's not with you. Say that again. Female attachment comes when she's not with you. Okay? That means she gets more attached and she thinks about you the longer time is spent apart. I will tell you this. Old flames or old girlfriends I've had in the past where things didn't work out, or I didn't want to commit long term, or even women in the past who have wanted to marry me, and yes, that has happened. They will, like, from time to time, I still get these calls. I got a call like this like a couple days ago, okay? 2 days ago, like to the 7th, a couple days ago. Girl I haven't talked to in probably 12 to 18 months. Get a random phone call. How have you been? I'm moving back home. You will notice this, okay? Time apart, like love in a woman's eyes, if she loves you, if she desires you in any way, shape, or form, if you exited a relationship without losing your respect or dignity or turning into a complete motherfucking mushball, okay? Female attachment and love has no time frame. Those of you who are scared to wait to talk to a girl, this is screwing you. You can wait a week to talk to her. You can wait 6 months to talk to her. You can wait a year to talk to her. You got to understand this, okay? I've gotten check-in texts and check-in calls from women 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 18 months down the line. There's even women who have came back into my life 2-3 years down the line. This is how it works. Male attachment comes when you're with her. You got to understand this. If you ever have your male urge to check in and talk to her because you want to make sure things are good, this is natural. You're a logistical problem solver. Men want to make sure shit's good. This is why men build businesses. This is why men are diligent with their workout routine. Men like upkeep. It's natural. You want upkeep. And men, here's the thing too, men know what they're attracted to. Men can look at a group of girls and they'll know exactly like what personality traits and if they like the looks of the girl, and instantly, probably within 30 seconds, if they like a girl or not. Women's attraction doesn't work that way. Women's attraction is like a slow turn dial, okay? On a long-term 2-month, 3-month, 4-month, 5-month, 6-month time frame or longer, you got to move slower. When she's not with you, she gets more attached. Don't stress if you take 2 days to a week to reply to a text, or if a girl you just started to see, don't worry if you guys only see each other once a week in the beginning. These are good things. So male attachment equals when you're with her. Female attachment equals when she's not with you. Spending lots of time with women creates zero urgency or sexual desire to see you. Here's why. This is a harsh truth a lot of you are going to have to swallow. Women bargain with what's between their legs. Read that one more time. Women bargain. Women's negotiation power is what's between their legs. If what's between their legs and sex and lust holds no weight over you, you start to qualify the woman. You will naturally act like more of an arrogant asshole because you're not needy to see her, because you're not needy and clinging to her sex. The hungry never get fed. The desperate never get fed. If I put you in a home right now where we have water running, you're not going to desire water. If I put you in a desert for 3 days and I finally dangle a bottle of Fiji in front of you, you're going to want that water real quick. You'd probably pay me $10,000 for that bottle. The hungry never get fed. Spending lots of time with women creates zero urgency to see you. Stop talking to these girls so much. They don't respect it. Stop reaching out. Stop texting them all the time. If you're a high value guy, if you have your shit together, if you have money, if you have muscles, if you have frame, if you understand the value you bring to the table, you got to understand this. She doesn't want you to know that you have value. Majority of men go through their whole life completely blind to their value. They don't even know or understand what they bring to the table. Let her come to you. All these guys in her inbox, they don't even want them anyways. The more emojis you use, the more you dig yourself a hole. The more text messages you do, you dig yourself a hole. The longer your text paragraphs get, the more you dig yourself a hole. It doesn't even matter at that point what the words say. She looks at the length of it. She goes, invested, check, don't want him. This is what you got to understand. So these are the ways women gain your approval. You have to exit it. You have to cut it. You have to stop doing these things. Now, at the end of if you made it with me to the end of this video, go down below, check out the MBT webinar. MBT stands for Masculine Behavioral Techniques. It's a 3-step process you can use and copy paste into your life. It's going to totally transform your life. Check out that presentation now. If you like this video, hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.